Yeah, that's not the case. So let's have Brooke give us a rundown of what's been happening throughout the week.
Yeah, everyone had this, but an urgent meeting came up, and they had to go to Marriott Hotel to meet with the CEO of RFP, Bernard. After that, remark pitch take for them, and now we're proposal, the concrete proposal for them. Solid interest from them. They want exclusivity. They don't want us to go to any them how they're going to sponsor them programs like us. So we'll see.
Are still ongoing. This week, I think we had about 13 internal interviews. So that's also a continuing thing that we're doing. And one-on-ones, after finalizing the education program, we weren't doing one-on-ones for about 2-3 weeks, I believe, maybe a bit more. But starting from last week, I think, we've started doing the one-on-ones. And this week, we pushed a bit more. I would say by the end of today, we could get around 60%, but that's the plan. Currently, we're standing around 50 something, so I think it's achievable, but we'll see. But that thing that also happening, and we're aiming to conclude this round by next week. And the merger contest that is also going to happen this week on Saturday, where our remotes in person and Ghana students are going to have the same contest, and we'll try to analyze the results. We had merger contest last week, last Saturday, but the number of participants were not satisfactory, and it was very low, honestly speaking. And we want to increase that number. We want to push a bit more in that regard. And we were having discussion with the students during the one-on-ones. The heads were reminding them to join the contest, and we'll see what the number of participants are going to be on this one. For the plans, we're going to continue conducting the intake interviews for G6 students. The internal interviews are also going to continue. And as I've said, this round of one-on-ones are going to be finalized. Any questions? All right. Oh, my bad. So I think the previous week we were looking for a few heads to lead the education in the different schools. So after having different meetings with the heads themselves and different discussion with Emre and seeing different signals based on the performance of the people and their commitment to A2SV, we've managed to appoint a few people as leads for the different schools. So for AIT, we have Simon as deputy lead, and we also are going to have Barnabas. He's going to continue working as deputy lead head of education for AIT. He's not, he might be around, but he's most probably on interview. Okay. And for Addis Ababa ASU, we are going to have Johannes Muscano as lead head of education, and we're going to have Gadus as deputy lead head of education. And finally, for Adama ASU, we have Toli as lead head of education, and for the deputy position, we're going to have Tasfa. I wanted to congratulate them. It would have been nice if they were here. We could have heard a few words from them. But still, these people are chosen based on their dedication on their work. And I would say they will do a very good job. All right, that's it. All right, I guess moving on to Ghana education. Mati, do we have you?
Thank you, Brooke. Nati.
Yes. Sorry about that delay. Well, thank you, Daddy. So this week at Ghana, we tried to finalize our MVP for Terra, and we've prepared a short demo, which we want to show after this slide. And for G6 recruitments, we didn't hit the required number of applicants, so we had to extend the deadline for the application. It's been extended for next week, Friday, December 27th. And then we started resume and essay grading. We plan to finalize it next week as well. And for our plans, we're going to continue the resume and essay grading. And also, we've seen that some students were not familiar with some of the platforms. They had interests and they had good software background, but they were not aware of lead code and similar platforms. So we want to hold a session where we show them how they can solve problems and how they can apply. All right. So without further ado, I think we can go to the next one. So Dagi,
Mati, just give me a minute. Yeah, yeah. Just give me a second. My computer froze. Okay. Okay.
right, so I'm going to invite Mustaf, our product manager. Mustaf.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mustafa Adams. I am the product manager for Terra, and today we're going to have a demo about Terra and give a simple demo for our web application and mobile application. So, without further ado, I'll invite Ephraim to give us a demo for our web application.
Yeah, hi team. Yeah, I'm Ephraim, and I've been working on the front end team for our Terra application. So I'm trying to share the screen, and we are going to start the demo. So yeah, this is the Terra authentication page. So we have the login and the register. So we are going to first go through the flow of trying to onboard the user, and we'll try and add a listing. And when we add a listing, we'll try and view the listing. And after that, we'll be showing some additional pages such as the contact us and the about us pages. We'd also try and demo how a user can reset their password when they forget the password. So let me first start by trying to create a user. So our user is called John Doe, and we use the Terra email to register the user, which is terra01@gmail.com. So we type in our password and we repeat the password. So we try and register the user. So from here, it takes you to the OTP page. So we have the OTP page here. So we would have to go to the email to get the OTP that has been sent to us. So we paste in the OTP over here and we submit. So from here, the reason why we are sending the OTP page, sorry, the OTP is to confirm your email as a user. So when you do that and it's successful, it redirects you back to the login page where you can log in and go onto the home screen. So if I log in, it's supposed to take us to the home screen. So yeah, team, this is a beautiful home screen. Can see that it has a nice image of a big building over here, and it asks if you want to rent or buy. So we have the option here, a small query, where you budget the property size, and if you want to rent or you want to buy. So we also have some listings listed over here. So as you can see, we have the name of the listings and the square feet and the cities in which they are in. So basically their location. We also have some office spaces over here. So if you could observe, we have the residential tag for listings where users can maybe, I would say, sleep, and we have the listings where users can work, basically a working space. So over here, we try and do the cities. Since we are in Ghana, we've listed cities in Ghana as the cities over here, but it's supposed to get the user's location and change based upon where the user is. So let's quickly go to the process, how it works. So first, you try and find a listing, and when you find a listing, you try and book it directly with the landlord. It allows you to create a listing, which we'll be seeing very soon. And we also have a fax page, and you can ask. We already have some of your basic questions answered over here. So we have a nice header over here, and you can also decide to subscribe to our newsletter, which we have in works. So let's just try and add a listing. So this is our create listing page. You can see that it provides you with a form. The first section is the general info, which is what will be displayed. And we have the features. And scrolling down, we also have amenities, which a beautiful search button. And also you can select the location. We have the Google Maps over here where you can pinpoint the location of the listing. And also here, if you have a recorded video of the listing that you want to post, you can send us a hosted link of it and we would render it. And over here, you type in the location, something like the city in which the listing is. So we'll try and add Matthew's listing or Matthew's apartment where he stays now. So we have Flora Apartments, and he rents it. It's a residential hostel, and yes, he lives in an apartment. So the land size is about 400 square meters, and the price is 3,000 CDs per month. So you can either choose if you want your clients to pay per year or per month. So over here we go to the description where we have the description over here. So that's the description of Matt's um, hostel, sorry, his apartment. And he has 2 bedrooms and 2 washrooms over there. So we have the bathrooms. He has 1 kitchen, and the room is already finished. The building has 7 floors, but Matt is on the second floor, and it provides him with laundry services and also cleaning services. And over here, Matt has on-site security, so you can see that when you type into the search bar, whatever you want, that's what the results that comes. He also has air conditioning and also heating. So over here, we'll try and enter the location, which is East Legon. And for the video URL, we have one here. Yes. So now we are trying to select the location. Um, yeah, so we can just select a random location. And over here, it's around in Sawam. So we are going to add an image of the building, which is this one. So we add the listing. When we add the listing and it's successful, it takes us to the listing page where it views the listing as a single listing. So yeah, as you can see, this is a view of the beautiful apartment that Matt lives in. So you can see the pictures. If we were to add more pictures, it would be a carousel style. But on my right, you can see that we have a super admin. The Terra email that we used is a super admin email. So in case you want to speak to the landlord, you can provide your contact details and you can provide a message to them. And you can send them a message in app, or you can send them a WhatsApp message. And over here, we have a general summary or something like an overview of what the apartment entails. And we have the description over here. And for the address, you can see that this is a button that when you click on the button, it takes you directly to the maps on which we selected. So you can see Msawam Road over here, just as we selected. And going down, we have additional details about the property. And over here, it says deposit. So the landlord is trying to say if you try to rent or try to buy an apartment, you have to first make a 20% deposit. So for the features, we have heating, air conditioning, and security system. And for the floor plans, it's basically about the address. And for the video, we have a YouTube video over here. That's not the video of the exact listing, but we got a video of it. And the last thing you can do is to leave a review if you've boarded that apartment. So this is basically what goes on when you add a listing and you try to view a listing. So let's go to the About Us page. On the About Us page, you can see a beautiful photo of one of our trips that we went at Shy Hills, and you can see some info about A2SV and also some info about Terra. We have stated our mission and our vision. So over here we have the team, which will soon be replacing the photos with pictures of Ghana Development Team Squad. And over here, why you should choose Terra, we have some number of points over here, and we have A2SV also over here. In case someone wants to collaborate or get in touch with us, we have the location of our office in the Google Maps, and we also created a form where you can reach us and would quickly respond to you. So the web version is also mobile responsive, or it's responsive generally. So if I should test it out over here, you could see that it's very responsive, which is good. So this is all we have for Sarah on web. So I will try and sign out and try and pretend as if we forgot our password. So over here, it asks you for your email. So Terra
Yeah, some of the things are like very
gmail.com.
self-explanatory. So just to consider time, it's best if we try to stick to the main features.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, it sends you the email,
Oh, okay.
and you have the link over here. And this is basically a form where you can use to change your password, and it sends you back to the login screen. So I think that's all for the web version. I'll hand over to who is going to present on behalf of the mobile
You
team.
guys did a wonderful job, and how about we give them a round of applause, everybody? Because that was actually really nice, beautifully presented, everything. And yeah, if you guys have any feedbacks about the platform you just saw, Terra, very beautiful platform. Please feel free to contact Mati at any time. But yeah, so if we're going to be showcasing the mobile application, I think it's best if we try to like do it within a time frame of 5 minutes. Because we're running out of time, we have like multiple other updates to go.
All right, so for the mobile team, this is the first page you see when you open the app. It's just the onboarding page, and then you can just quickly skip through the onboarding pages with this. And you can, if you don't want to go through the onboarding pages, there is a skip button over here which you can click on to skip to the sign up. So this is the sign up page, and then due to time, I'll just skip the sign up page, or you can just use this link to sign up. We also have sign in over here where you can sign in. We have the forgot password over here where you can pass any email there, email at 01@gmail.com, and then when you run this, it loads and then it sends you like a link to your email on the web version where you can follow the prompts to change your password. Basically the same thing. So we also have the verify OTPs, but for now, let me just go to the main features on the dashboard. So you can sign in using the same email that Ephraim signed in with on the web version. So terramail@gmail.com. It's 01@gmail.com, and the password is string 123 string at 123, and then you click on login. Yeah, so when you get to the mobile version, the first thing you see is the this modal to enable for you to enable your location services, which will be used to get listings that are near your location. So when you click on enable, and then you can allow once, allow while using the app, and then don't allow. So I'll click on allow while using the app, and this is how the dashboard looks like. So for now, this is the listing that Ephraim just created on the web version. As you can see, it's over here. So when I click on it, it loads, and then it takes me to the details of that listing. So this is everything that he put about the listing over here. So it's over here, and then I can come back and view all the other listings that I have on my dashboard. And for each listing, I can also the same way click on it and go to the details page of the listings, where I see a lot of things about the listing, including the also the reviews and everything about the listing, and also some of the amenities that it has, the map location, and then a lot of things. So this, and then after that, you also have a feature where you can select listings to compare. So basically, you click on this button over here, you see it turns blue. So basically, you've selected this listing. If I click this again, it turns blue, and then I have this button pop up which says I should compare the listing. So it's used to compare listings, and you can only compare two listings at a time. So when I click this third button, you see this one goes off, and then it keeps track of the latest two that you selected. So just the latest two. And then when I press on the compare listing, it takes me to the compare listings page. And then over there, I see all the different listings that we have. And then I can just check the image, the price, the property type, the bedroom, bathroom, area, property size, and everything. And then I can use this view listing to view it directly from here if I want to view it from here. And then it takes me to the listing details page. Or yeah, just the same thing. I can swipe through to the next listing to also view information about that listing, and then also just basically to compare and see which one is best for me. And basically, yeah, that, and also we have the add listing page, which is over here, and then it's just the same we did on web. If you select rent, it's property type. If I select residential, everything here is about residential. If I select commercial, everything here will change to commercial stuff. And then this is also used to add listing, just the same way on the web version. So basically, these are the features that we've been able to implement so far on our Terra app.
Okay, so for the next step, we will be implementing an admin dashboard where we will use that to approve listings listed by um, rental owners. So for that one, a user's if a user lists a property, we have to go through a series of process to verify whether the listing that the user listed is actually a verified or legit listing. So that is the next step that we are going to implement for our next sprint. Thank you.
And brilliant work, everybody. Please let's give them a round of applause. Again, the UI looks comparatively to the web. I really love the mobile version. It looked really cute. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. There are some UI inconsistencies that I noticed on the web version, especially on the About Us page. That's like one comment from my side from what I've been observing. But obviously, if there are like some other feedbacks from what our other team members here have noticed, please share it to Mati. Maybe they can try to adjust that. But everything else looks really good. Great job, everybody. Thanks for your presentation. Awesome. Okay. In that case, let's have Galet out here and continue with our session for the day. Give us remote education updates.
All right, just to make it quick. So just to give you a quick update about remote education, we've sent out code signal challenge this week again for our students, G5 students. We have continued district recruitment interview, prepared and sent out remote education documentation to Akash for him to actually review it. This has been done last Wednesday. And we've also been helping out in-person education with their recruitment efforts. We've been doing interviews and helping them out. Another stuff is we've been conducting the internal interviews. This week we only did one because
There was only one student who was available for it. But for the rest, we have sent out the coaching challenge already. So once they submit that and once they pass, we're gonna continue with the internal interviews. And the plans are we're gonna be continuing G6 recruitment interview. It's probably gonna be the last week, unless we deem it important to actually extend the deadline by one more week. But hopefully, we're planning to finish it next week. Another thing is we're gonna keep helping out the in-person education with recruitment efforts or interviews, and we're gonna be conducting internal interviews. And last but not least, for our G5 students, the in-person education had already distributed the certificates, and we're planning to do that next week. So we're planning to distribute that. Those are the updates that we have for remote education. And just like the in-person education selected leads and deputy leads, the remote education has also done that. And we have selected Nahama Mara as our remote lead head of education. He's not here apparently. Firaul has been a lead actually for about has been a deputy lead for about 2 months now, and like we're just announcing it now. We've already communicated the case with Dave, the finance guy, but it's not a new promotion. We're just announcing it. He's been the deputy lead for about 3 or 4 months now. So those are the updates for remote education. Thank you.
You get it. Okay, so for community education, we have Manuel. Do we have him physically here or Manuel? Are you joining us
No, I
remotely?
don't.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, so for the community updates, I'm gonna be very quick since I'm currently in the middle of the interview. So what we did was, the first thing is, since remote and in-person educations are recruiting, we were giving the community students a recap session, especially on the 4 topics that are going to be part of the interview. And that's continued throughout the week. And we've also been doing the interviews, helping the in-person education teams by conducting the interviews. And the third thing is, we were basically reviewing the community class to get a full picture on the current status of the class, the attendance and everything related to the class to create a full picture. And I've sent that to Brooke Zodu. And the final thing is, there's a reach out plan for the hackathon teams, basically to get more personal their personal experience sharing, and also what have they been up to. I think that hasn't been completed since Paul has left the community team. And what we have planned for the next week is, we have planned to restart community education class, which is the regular class, not the recap sessions. And we will also continue about this experience sharing with the hackathon teams. And then finally, it's going to be the interviewing G6 recruits for in-person educations. So yeah, that's the update. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanuel. We don't have any questions. Let's move to the communications updates from our side. So we're preparing a yearly video, like a yearly recap video for 2024 for A2SV. So that's like, I would say around 30% done. So maybe I will have a chance to work on it over the weekend and, probably have it initially ready for review by Monday or Tuesday. That's the plans. Actually, the plan was to actually do it this week. That's why it's yellow. There is some progress, but after this point, it's going to be just it won't take too long to finish. So hopefully next week that's something that we will finalize, including the review sessions, and then we'll be rolling that out on our social media pages. The thing is success story video shoots and posts. So this is ready because um, so like on the previous success story videos, what we used to do, we shoot videos of people who have received placements in these top tech companies. But the thing is, we haven't been addressing brain drain. The term brain drain is a coin. No, it came from our fundraising team. So basically, what it is that on our success stories, we've been just saying, oh, like how did A2SV help you get here, and then what are you going to do up next? What are you looking forward to in these top tech companies? Stuff like that, and then usually the students the people that we're video shooting, they answer in relation to like their future dreams or what they set out to do. So basically, this takes away what Africa is, what it is basically trying to do, right? Educating and then handing all these brilliant people to stop their companies, which is going to cause a rift here in Africa, and that's not the narration that we'd like to tell the world. So we decided to tweak the success story guidelines and questions. So that's why we decided to postpone that to next week. That's going to happen the coming week. And then the other one is A2SV social media posts that were scheduled. Again, some placement announcements from Ghana were shared on Monday. Guest visits. So we've had quite a few guests visit us here. The one was from Safaricom, and the other, there were some Norwegian people who came here to visit us. That's been shared on our socials as well. And then finally, a testimonial montage video, more or less like what our students and what our members have to say about it. It's been their impact in their journey. We decided to make a montage, like a collage uh, clip, and we shared that on our socials this week, which is receiving good kind of attraction. As for the plans, like I said earlier, the yearly video is going to follow. Uh, I'm really hopeful that it will be ready by end of week for posting. So I'll try my best to uh, try to finalize this within the next week. The other one is we're going to be having a meet series session, video shoot with Akash, Jess, and Mark. So as you guys are aware, Akash has joined us and been with us ever since the hackathon, right? As a mentor, as a jury member, and now he's working closely with us. So we would like to have like a meet series with Akash, more or less trying to see his background and then what he's doing at the moment, stuff like that. You guys will see it. We were going to be doing the same thing with Jess and Mark. These are the people who are head of our fundraising. We also like to create visibility of their background and what they're actively doing at the moment. So yeah, that's like another one of our priorities for the coming week. Success story video shoots, the one we decided not to put out. It's going to follow next week. And then the other one is the hackathon testimonial post processing. I was told to take charge of this task. Initially, was it was being handled by the community team, community education squad. So basically, what this is we're going to be collecting some testimonials from our hackathon finalists, right? We will be collecting what they have to say about the hackathon, what they've gained, about the prize money, about their journey here, their trip, everything, and we somehow try to create like a good image of like basically what they have accomplished, stuff like that. So we will be using that. And finally, escalate walkthrough video. It's another thing that my team is working on. So basically, for people who want to jump on Escalate and see what it's about, for example, let's say a person is trying to hire from Escalate, and then yeah, it's going to be like an animated video of a walkthrough of the platform, how they can do that, how they can filter, stuff like that. So that's we're going to be rolling out that video next week as well. So that's what we've set out for the wins and plans. Not looking at any raised hands, so if we don't have any questions, we can yeah, we can get product updates by
Okay, so product updates. The wins we have is like we've been preparing content for social media pages. This is the task like we've been always doing it. Finalize proposal to start working with stakeholders. So this is like for Akil and Dime. Dime has already just finished its proposal and even submitted, and Akil has just finished their proposals, and they will be like making more meetings in the next week probably. Product testing for core dev projects. So there are some features that has been like developed, so they have been tested as well. Visit stakeholders to conduct interview. So yeah, like maybe since we're working on new features as well, we are trying to visit some stakeholders. We have been actually doing that for Akil in adults as well, working on description of new features. So there are new features being added nowadays. So we were working on those descriptions as well. As a plan, more research on regulation and compliance. This is like specific for Dime. Dime like got a lot of compliance issues, something like that. So we will make more research on that. Distribute our proposal and have meetings. So this is like for proposals that has just finished working on that. In regarding some of our products, we have already had meetings, visit stakeholders to conduct interviews. So this will progress as well. Work on and implement in a new working system. So since our working system will be like kind of different from now, so we will try to implement and adapt that working system starting from next year. Thank you. Yeah, any question?
Okay, thank you, Kamaria. And yeah, up next, let's have updates from Escalate by Abby, and we will move to core dev updates and then finally the conclusive remarks.
So for Escalate, this week's wins, we're deploying Escalate's web on GCP and it's ready for user testing. And we've completed all refactoring tasks on the backend and synchronized both backend and web functionalities. And for next week's plans, since it's been deployed, any bugs identified by from the new deployment will be fixed, and we will be preparing Escalate for production. We'll also review the SEO page with Jonathan, which is our UI UX. So other than that, documenting and beginning work on the resume builder, as well as planning the operator page in collaboration with the backend team. So that's it for Escalate.
Thank you so much, Abby. Yeah, let's have Kananisa for that.
So for them, we've been doing a lot of reach outs and meetings with different banks. The first one is we had a visit to Arif Pay's launch event, and we had some contacts from there, some lawyers, some management from Mastercard. So we've been following up to these connections, trying to get some information and ways we can work together. Another one is our visit to Dashan Bank. We visited Dashan Bank to get keys for Mastercard payment gateway. So we've started some conversation with them. They seem interested in working with us, but we have to iron out some details with them regarding where foreign currency should be stored, how conversions should work, things like that. We've also started our conversation with CBE. This is a very big bank, a very big move for us. If it ends up working out, it's going to be really big for us. So we've started our conversation and we're drafting a proposal for them. Another one is we've been researching on MasterCard and Visa checkout page integration that has been completed. And we're going to be working on finalizing our backend API implementation. So for the plans, we're going to be following up with CBE and preparing their proposal. Also for Coop technical team, we had a meeting with them and we discussed some things, how their authentication should work, the flow, how the flow is going to be. And we're following up to ask for documentation about their API. So we're going to be doing that. We also discovered that eSwitch might provide MPGA service. This is Mastercard Payment Gateway service as a payment service provider. So we're going to be contacting them to find out more information. We couldn't get much online. Another one is we'll be visiting INSA with our backend to get certification. So that's one of the requirements every bank and also eSwitch is going to require us for integration. So we'll be working on that.
Thank you, Kananisa. Let's have a representative from the adult team, Abid.
Hi team. So for this week,
we were able to work on the bug fixes on the career tracker feature. We were able to complete most of it, and we also planning to finalize most of, like all of the bugs on that feature by next week. Also on the hospital admin management, there were some bugs we noticed, and we were able to finalize it this week. And also for writing tests to increase code coverage, there were some endpoints that were updated, so we're also going to be writing more tests for that, and we're hoping to finalize that also by next week. And we also to fix that. And also there were comments that were addressed by some beta testers, and we also plan on finishing that by next week. So other than that, for the other plans, so we also have conducted a meeting this week with some IMCH, and we're also planning on submitting a proposal by next week. And also we're planning on deploying the user information into Scratch, the future to production.
Okay, so for skill bridge, one of the plan was to finalize the learning path. Also, we made good progress. There are still some parts left, so we couldn't finish it this week. Hopefully, it will be finalized next week. And for the mobile, we are planning to do the premium feature integration for two of the main feature we have for examined. It's actually custom quizzes. So we have finalized that. And for the web, we have finalized in the leaderboard feature, as well as the homepage integration and some UI updates both on the homepage and some other pages. We are able to deploy our web platform uh, and also the payment for premium features workers. So that's some of our win. We are planning to visit some schools this week, but due to some conflicting schedules, we are planning to visit the schools next week. So yeah, the plan for next week is we'll be adding the premium feature for custom contest and English and SAT content. Since these two are also part of our premium features, we'll be making the visits as well as finalize the learning path integration. And after that, hopefully next week we'll be testing all the premium feature as well as the learning paths. And finally, we'll be able to make the mobile app update for internal testing.
Okay, thank you, team. I'll be sharing some of our wins, ongoing progress, as well as our plans for the upcoming week. We could address the flow issues and bugs mentioned on the sheets. These are the bugs we identified from the within the team, and for web as well as mobile. There was also a chat sharing integration on mobile. Although the chat integration on web is sent, it's not merged. So we put it, we marked it yellow. We also successfully updated our summarizer. We also prepared a document regarding AfroChat's current status. I sent it out to Laalam for review. If there are any comments and feedbacks made by her. As per for our plans, we review with a cache for web and mobile. We also deploy the latest version after the improvements and bug fixes, both on Play Store as well as App Store. So chat sharing integration on the web will be finalized as well. And currently it was on test mode, the Chapa a payment integration, and we'll be testing it out with Real API. Thank you.
Thank you.
Routine. This week, we've implemented the opportunity recommendation for based on user profile from the backend side. This needs to be done on the front end side too. We're still in progress of reaching out to organizations. No, we've reached out to organizations on Akil, which means we've called them. Um, we've called to some of them, and some of them have forgotten about Akil, and some were um, more than willing to work with us like again. And we've managed to get one post out of them. It is currently posted, and we're going to promote it next week. Private organization visits is still in progress. We've also been doing bug fixes on web and mobile. We've listed them out on a spreadsheet, and we're going over them one by one. And also some UI updates on web. Next week we're going to finish up finish up the bug fixes and the bug fixes on web and mobile. Continue to reach out to organizations on Akil. We're going to also uh, do in-person visits to private organizations, um, and twice. So, and also we're going to do some UI updates on the web. Thank you.
For it, so our major wins are the QR page implementation goes on the web and on the mobile. Adding restaurants to the favorite lists has been implemented as well, and quality control and addressing issues found in the client hub. Uh, uh, that that's in progress. And the other win would be a full search page implementation. And for our plans for next week, regarding implementation, we want to implement item errors for 3 page on our web, and we also want to do UAT testing for the QR menu page to finalize the browser. And on the mobile, we want to add more filtering options and sorting, and uh, and activity moderation endpoints for the backend. And that's the plan for next week. And if you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Nati, for the updates. Yeah, so for the conclusive remarks, Emre asked to join so he could share some news with us. That's why we pushed the weekly wins to 30 minutes in. So, Brooke, what do we suggest? Let's just wait for Emre for the next 5-6 minutes. And I mean, since we already pushed it 30 minutes and there were like multiple uh, like promotion sessions, including like a demo from our Ghana team. So uh, let's just wait for a few minutes and we can just try to conclude it ourselves. to like their, you know, come out here. If you're getting married or anything, so feel free to share.
Hi. Personal win. I don't think I have personal, but
It doesn't have to be a huge accomplishment. It doesn't have to be.
yeah, maybe like I have one. I was in process of visa for Germany, and I've submitted my visa application this week. So it was quite tough to prepare all the documents, but I've managed to prepare all. So yeah, that's personal.
I believe that's actually a huge accomplishment, especially those who are trying to apply for their masters should know, right? There's like a lot of documents,
Yeah.
like fees and money and everything. Huge accomplishment. Yeah.
Other than that, there's. I can unmute.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Huey.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm just trying to guess what it's going to say out here. Police is gonna say, I really don't have any personal grade this week. We would like to hear you say it then.
Okay. To be honest, I don't really have that much personal with, but for this week, maybe I've put one book to read.
What?
Yes.
Wow, Chris, you don't think by books.
Yes.
What's the name of the book?
Ego is the enemy.
Ego is
The enemy.
the end.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, have you started it? Command?
No.
Excited.
Yes, I'm excited to read it.
Make it sweet to teach you a lot about it.
I guess so.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Let's be nominate one more person and
Mhm.
we'll be done with the session.
Okay.
One more person nominate Huey.
Uh, okay.
Can be anyone.
Not.
Nati?
Yes.
Nati with a red hoodie?
Yes.
Nati with a red hoodie. You've been nominated for to share some personal wins. Come out here, buddy. Here we nominated you to share some personal wins. Let's get it. Grab the mic.
For personal win, uh, I had a soccer match this week, so and we won. So yeah, with friends. So I guess that's the only personal win I could remember. But
That was it. Did you guys play with your on? Like, was there any money involved? Was it really if you get much excited about winning, I feel like there must be some incentive ground prize to it. Did you guys play in this stadium or
no, not yet. But there's a stadium where I live. That's where we played. So yeah, that's the personal win up.
did you also?
Yeah, we did. Yes, I did.
What team is
Barcelona.
like from Spain? What's
Yeah.
the Premier League?
Not a big fan of the Premier League.
You watch Liga.
Yeah, just I would. Yeah. I'm a huge Messi fan.
Are they doing well by the way? Up to La Liga.
Yeah.
You know who's number one right now?
It's dumb, Barcelona, but yes, they're doing really well. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Okay. Great. Thanks, Nati, for sharing your personal wins. Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I guess Emirates meeting is going to take longer, so we can just try to conclude it with which quote of the day, and it actually came from Pep Guardiola. I will forgive if players cannot get it right, but not if they don't try hard. So yeah, Manchester City has been on a losing streak for I think for the past 10 matches. So I don't think you guys should take this to heart. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, it's a very strong statement, right? I will forgive players if they cannot get it right, but at least try your best and try hard. So yeah, let's try to reflect on that for the coming week and try to give our all, our best for the task we're trying to complete here. Uh, thank you so much for attending. And yeah, let's conclude this week's Weekly Wins event with this. Take care. Goodbye, everybody.